What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. First, I want to give a huge shout out to Bruce. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Bruce. We're going to be starting off with this first video titled Transparency Around Trump's Swelling, Sleeping, Concerning. I don't know, the left is saying that they don't believe that he's in perfect health like he keeps saying, but I don't know, these are also the same people who didn't see anything wrong with old man Walter for 4 years. Then we got a video, it's titled Mamdani Announces Housing-Related Executive Orders. He's not wasting any time to change New York. He swears this is going to be a good thing, but we'll see. Then we got an interesting video titled Artificial Intelligence Takes Schooling to the Next Level. They're talking about using those virtual reality headsets, but then they're also trying to include AI with it. Then we got a video, it's titled Race to Replace the International Space Station. Apparently we're going to be bringing down the space station, and people want to put their tech up there next. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Get Some, and it's titled After Being in Walmart for 5 minutes. Then getting back into the news, we got a video, it's titled DOJ Reviewing More Than 5.2 Million Epstein Files. This is just a follow-up on that stuff. Then we got a video, it's titled Trump and Top Iranian Officials Exchange Threats Over Protest and, does this say roiling? I don't know. Out in Iran. Now, apparently in Iran, it's common for them to kill their protesters. I don't know. Then we got a video, it's titled Maduro Says Venezuela is Ready to Discuss an Agreement to Combat Drug Trafficking. Maduro wants to talk. He wants to have some talks. I think he's tired of his drug boats getting blown up. Then for the last little bit of the news, we have a video that is titled Dentist and His Wife Murdered in Ohio Home While Crying Children Were Inside. It's another video where two people were found dead inside of a house. It's very weird. This is the third one we've covered in 5 days or something like that. Then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We have an unboxing today. Somebody sent me something. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll figure it out. Then we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our two funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Sly Dog, and it's titled Mr. Ignorant. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Colty, and it's titled Gotta Watch Those Guys. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Zero? And what's up, Guess Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Major, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, Major, and I appreciate you racing to the chat. What's up, Sly Dog? What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Let me see. What's up, Watchman? What's up, Elder Zoomer? What's up, Dutton? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Metal Mouth? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Kevin? Let me see. What's up, Jagula? Happy freedom to you guys. What's up, Polish? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Butterfly? Happy freedom. Make sure we get everybody. What is up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom. What's up, Kung Fu? What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Klaus Daniels tearing something up in the other room. What's up, Puffin Stuff? Happy freedom to you. What's up, my feed? Happy freedom. Kevin, Rita, or we riot? There's no Rita. I don't know. Hopefully they come back on Monday. I don't know. Maybe they wrapped it up. Either way, you guys are welcome to hit that like button. See if you can get us on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. And what is up, everyone over on the Goof Tube? MW, you were first today. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Charmaine? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Donkeys? Happy freedom. What's up, Blue Crow? Sly Dog, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Bruce? Happy freedom. Let me see. What's up, Army Vet? And happy freedom to you. You hooligans are welcome to hit that like button over on the Goof Tube as well. And what is up, everyone over on X? Happy freedom to you. Let's go ahead and get into things. Like I said, we'll be starting off with this first one. This is about President Trump's health. And he says that he's tip-top. He's the best to ever be healthy ever. For the first time ever. The Democrats, they're not believing that. And they're swearing up and down he's in poor health. And again, these are the same people who thought old man Walter was sharp as a tack. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
President Trump goes on the record defending his health and aging, saying his health is perfect. In a Wall Street Journal exclusive, the 79-year-old says he regrets getting a cardiovascular and abdominal scan back in October, saying, quote, "It's too bad I took it because it gave them a little ammunition." This comes after a series of images have been published by various media outlets showing the president appearing to be asleep during briefings, bruising on his hands, and swollen ankles. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt had this to say.
As for the bandages on the hand, we've also given you an explanation for that in the past. The president is literally constantly shaking hands. The Oval Office is like Grand Central Terminal. He is meeting with more people than any of you even know about on a daily basis. He's also on a daily aspirin regimen, which is something his physical examinations has said in the past as well, which can contribute to that bruising that we see.
Joining me now is nephrologist, internist, and founder of Midtown Atlanta Nephrology.
Okay, well, we're not going to hear their opinion. Their title is rough enough. Either way, President Trump's out here saying he is in perfect health. And he also mentioned that it was in another video that I had screened, but I don't know, it was chopped up kind of like this one is, where they're trying to just spin their message. But in this other video, President Trump was saying that the bruises were because he was taking high doses of aspirin to thin his blood. And now the Democrats insist that he's not in perfect health. They say that he's falling asleep in meetings. He's got makeup on his hands. And he's got swollen ankles. They're always looking at President Trump's ankles. I think it's a fetish. Either way, we're going to get right into this next video. Mamdani announces housing-related executive orders. I don't know. He claims he's going to be standing up for tenants and standing against landlords that aren't treating their tenants correctly. But I don't know. You can't trust these commies out here. Hit that like button if you haven't. And let's get into this.
This?
Yes, it was like mold.
Mayor Mamdani left the spotlight at City Hall and made a beeline to visit someone's dilapidated bathroom in Brooklyn.
For too long, bad landlords have been allowed to mistreat their tenants with impunity. That ends today.
The new mayor marked a new era in tenant rights, signing 3 executive orders. One of them to revive the mayor's office to protect tenants, announcing the city will go toe-to-toe in court with the owner of 85 Clarkson Avenue, a landlord giant.
Stepping in to represent the interests of the city and the interests of the tenants and say, once and for all, who this government will be fighting for.
Tenants who live in the landlord's 93 buildings across the city that the mayor says have racked up thousands of violations, including where Mildred lives with her granddaughter.
This is Brooklyn. That almost blew up last week, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, I had a radiator leak. And it took them 3 days. I had to take her out the room.
She feels Mayor Mamdani is in her corner, directing his corporation counsel to take action in the landlord's bankruptcy case, as the Realty Group tries to auction off its properties to another unfavorable landlord.
It is a very important moment now, today, for the city of New York to say we're going to be in that proceeding.
Mayor Mamdani campaigned on freezing rents at rent-stabilized buildings like this one, likely a challenge needing approval from the Rent Guidelines Board. But the new mayor is not waiting to set a precedent, signing 2 other orders tonight to accelerate housing development.
Low life.
All right, just a second. I got to turn the volume down because that's a quiet-ass video. There we go. Anyways, Mamdani out here making promises. We'll see how that goes. Next up, artificial intelligence takes schooling to the next level. I actually don't think this is that bad of a thing. I think kids have too much time with tech, but what they're trying to do kind of makes sense. But it's kind of a hostile interview. The reporter that's questioning this woman who's in charge of education to some sort of level, the reporter has something against her, something. She is cutting her off and kind of pointing out the bad side of AI as if this woman has some sort of control over that. I don't know. I'm not really into kids being online and stuff, but the way that they talk about using this kind of tech for educational purposes kind of makes sense to me. Either way, it's coming up next. First, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these first 2 videos. In the first video, they were talking about President Trump's health. Once again, President Trump saying that he's in perfect health, but Dems and Blue News, they're out there saying, no, he's falling asleep in meetings. He's got makeup on his hand. His ankles are swollen. He can't put his toes behind his ears at 80 years old. There's got to be something wrong. And then the second video there, Mamdani signed 3 EOs claiming that he's going to defend tenants against, or tenants and rentals against landlords that don't treat their tenants right or keep their rentals up to code. Hopping in the chat, talking about that. Next up, like I said, AI. What's up, Matt Rogers? Happy freedom to you. I guess 82 milligrams of aspirin will do that. Most heart patients are on a daily regimen. Yeah. My grandpa was in his 90s when he died, but the whole time I knew him, he had bruises and spots and stuff like that, and he would always say it's from blood thinners. I think he had either 2 or 3 open heart bypass surgeries or something. He had like this crazy scar down his chest. So yeah, he was on all kinds of medication. Zero, he's 79 years old. He's fine. Yeah, that's what I think too. He's got more energy than 98% of Americans. Yeah, I wonder if they give him B12 injections like they were giving old man Walter, but President Trump can just handle him better because he's in better health. Because he just goes. I don't know how he does it. What's up, sir? No, happy freedom to you. Butterfly, just have an AI hologram table. Well, the thing is the education software that they're going to talk about in this next video doesn't sound like it has AI in it. It just sounds like it almost sounds like a video game. But then they talk about having AI like expand on whatever they're talking about, like provide more information and more details about whatever they're learning about. But the video is almost more interesting about how hostile the interview gets versus the education software itself. Because like I said, I actually think the software could have some real purpose, but I don't know. It's the arguing over AI that I think is really entertaining. What's up, Uncle Cracker? Happy freedom. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Totally care. Old people bruise easily and it's more visible because of skin thinning. Yeah. Well, I just think it's crazy that they're over here barking about President Trump and they're claiming, oh, he's lying about his health. Old man Walter couldn't find his way off his stage. He was shaking hands with people that weren't there. He was attempting to ride a bicycle and failing miserably in front of everybody. He couldn't walk upstairs or downstairs. And they didn't have anything to say about that. President Trump's got chubby ankles. Well, he'll be okay. Like, I don't know. I don't know. You know, they always find something to cry about. What's up, Bright Gaming? Happy freedom. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, it's negative 9.4 here with the wind chill. You're going to have to stay indoors, Kevin. That's too cold. It's too cold. I'm going to have to walk to the damn Dollar General to get Klaus treats right after the live. So I'm not going to be able to hop right into the voice chat. But I am going to have to do that because he's not going to be able to survive without treats. He'll just weather away. And it's going to take me like 35 minutes one way. It sucks. It sucks ass outside right now. Thanks for reminding me, Kevin. Tony Raz, Escape from New York, coming this fall, starring smart people. Yeah, we'll see if they flee New York. It's a puffin' stuff. Happy freedom to you. Metamouth, Mamdani's an idiot. I think he is too. I wonder what he's going to do next. It's all eyes on him. You could tell because of the way there was reactions from him going to the White House. He went to the White House. People were mad at Trump because he wasn't cracking down on Mamdani, and people were mad at Mamdani because he was acting like he was best friends with Trump. And so it just like created a hellstorm. People did not like that interaction. And now Mamdani's been sworn in, and the first thing he does is sign 3 EOs. So we'll see how it all turns out. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom to you. What's up, BC? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Marcy? Happy freedom. Heart meds do take your arms heavy, but I only have 2 meds, 1 surgery. Well, I hope you're doing all right, Marcy. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Black Sheep? Happy freedom. Things we do for our fur babies. I know, Black Sheep. I should pack Klaus up so he could really see what I have to do to get him the food here. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom. What's up, Tar Kitty? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Daydream? Happy freedom. Cheeky Chops makes you giggle. That's what he does. That's what he does. What's up, Nick? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom. What's up, Joe? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ghostly? Happy freedom. Ghostly, I'm always confused by leftist freaks. They're a thing to point out, but have always ignored everything real and go after the straight bullshit. Yeah, Ghostly, I don't really know how it is. Like, it's like they enjoy the lies. They're like, how can we be fake about this, and then we'll just use that as our identity? And I don't know why they like that. It has some sort of connection to victimhood because they never stray too far away from that pillar. They always got it's like the safe zone, right? It's like you're playing tag and being a victim is safe. So they just try and reach for other things, and then they're like, no, wait, I'm still a victim. Don't forget, I'm still a victim. And it's like, oh, okay. Silly lefties. Either way, we're going to move into this next one. Like I said, artificial intelligence takes schooling to the next level. Now, generally, I don't like this kind of tech stuff, but the way that they explain this actually sounds like it could be beneficial to a certain degree. But like I said, this reporter that's interviewing this woman is like interrupting her, and then it's like, yeah, that's great that you want to do good things, but what about all the bad things? And it's like constantly focusing on the bad things, which I could kind of understand. But it's like, say you were selling tires for a car. In the middle of the interview, I just start bitching at you about potholes in the road. It's not your fault if there's potholes in the road. You don't work on road repair, you build tires. That's kind of what's going to happen in this interview, is like that. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, really quick, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, tomorrow, go and post all of your memes over in Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Now let's get this AI software tech headgear stuff together for educational purposes. All right, here we go. YouTube is like fighting me. Fuck you, YouTube. Anyways, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
This guest says AI is a revolutionary tool that will transform education and the next generation. Joining me now, America First Policy Institute Chair of Education Opportunity, Erica Donalds. Erica, thanks for coming in. You're using AI to actually take kids out of the classroom, which is no small endeavor. Tell us about what drove you to pursue VR-enhanced learning and what these kids are actually getting to experience.
Well, like most families, we needed school choice at a time. During COVID, we wanted to offer some high-quality options, so parent demand is why we started this immersive learning company, Optima Ed, and the world's first virtual reality school, Optima Academy Online, where students can not just learn about ancient Rome, they can go there, they can go to the moon, they can be on the inside of a cell.
But virtually,
and instead of looking
right?
at a checkerboard of faces. Sorry?
But virtually, right?
That's right. They can do it virtually either from home as a at-home learner or even in a classroom. They can all put on VR headsets and Magic School Bus style, they can learn from wherever they are learning about.
I love that idea. But aren't you, I mean, so many of us concerned with criticism of AI as a means for students to cheat? Isn't it even easier in a virtual classroom?
Well, that's why teachers and innovators are coming up with ways to combat cheating in AI, but instead use it to expand learning. For example, a teacher is having students write out their essay in front of them and then teaching the students how to ask AI, ask me questions about this topic to expand my learning. Using AI instead to foster creativity and bring better understanding as opposed to cheating. That's why we have to drive the use of AI and not let the students drive that use.
Right. I know one big concern out there, kids' AI habits are outpacing mom and dad, right? 7 in 10 teens, according to new numbers, used generative AI last year, but 83% of parents said schools had not addressed it. What kind of guardrails should parents and schools be considering at this point?
Well, schools like those here in Florida are already adopting policies that protect students. Data privacy is the first thing. Guardrails around filters, what is coming into the classroom if you're using a large language model, but better, creating small language models, subsets of data that students can interact with safely because we trust the information that is in them. And then, of course, parental rights, making sure that parents can see anything their children see, they can see the logs, and it's completely transparent to the people who care the most about their children.
According to one report, children reported using AI for companionship 42% of the time. Does that worry you?
This is nothing new. If you're my age, you use Teddy Ruxpin, right? That used to read us stories, and that was your little friend. When my kids were little, it was these lifelike puppies. So it's not new that students want to interact with an imaginary friend, but it's important that we have safe applications for students to interact with, and that those applications hopefully are educational, teaching kids how to read better, how to do math better. Parents need to know what is safe, and that's why we can't just eliminate it altogether. We have to educate the parents and the students on how to use AI responsibly.
Here in New York, the governor just signed a sweeping AI bill, a safety bill, into law. White House AI czar David Sachs, though, warning if Republicans must unify behind President Trump's one rule book. Otherwise, New York and California will set the rules for the entire country. That's what he says. Who should be setting the precedent for AI regulations in America?
Well, we just saw polling this morning as well from Tony Fabrizio that said the majority of voters think there should be a national standard to keep children safe on AI. I agree that it is going to be very difficult for innovators to enter this space and for us to lead as a nation if we have a patchwork of regulations across the country with state legislators that sometimes don't even meet but every 2 years. The innovations are happening too quickly to rely on state legislators only. So I agree with David Sachs that we need a federal standard, especially when it comes to our student safety. But I also see teachers and school districts taking responsibility to put safeguards in place, extending their existing IT programs to protect our kids.
Erica, thanks for being on with us. Good to see you.
Okay. So like I said, I think it's kind of weird the way they did that interview, because they're talking about using tech to aid in topics that they're learning about. So if you're sitting in class and you guys are learning about the moon and all this shit, they're going to take a moment to put on Oculus headsets or whatever brand they got, and to be able to look at the moon, to virtually be on the moon, which it's not any different than playing video games or anything like that. It's really the same. Then they talk about how they can then use AI to expand on the topic. So if they were talking about, I don't know, COVID or some shit, they could ask the robot, hey, tell me more about it. What could I do to be safe? What could I do to be preventative? What could I do if I catch it? Whatever, to expand on it, which is the same thing as Googling shit, really. That's what it is. Now, the interview person was acting like this woman was developing AI, which is not what they're doing. It's software, not generative software. It's just software. So when they're showing in the background these screens and stuff, it's not being generated in real time. It is not any different than playing a video game. It's just for learning reasons, so it's probably boring. It's probably not as fun as playing a video game. But I think that it would actually be better, because when I was in school and I was learning anything and everything, right, like history, I hated learning history because I didn't give a shit about history. So if I was able to visualize what they're talking about, whether it was the Holocaust or the Great Wall or any of that kind of stuff, maybe I would have cared a little bit more. Maybe I would have been able to retain some of that information. I don't know anything about any of that stuff because I simply didn't care, and I wasn't going to read the books because I didn't give a shit like that, and I don't really learn things very well if I read it from words. I got to be shown stuff in order for me to learn it. So that the way that we used to do things was very ineffective for me when I was younger. If we were doing stuff like that, I actually would have retained more of the information because it would have been more interesting. Now, I don't think that classrooms should just go virtual. I think that's nonsense. But I think having tools to be able to learn things in a different way versus just reading it out of a book could potentially have some positive benefits. But like I was saying, the interviewer is like, okay, but what about kids who are talking to AI and the AI is telling them, asking them what their fetish is, or telling them how to smoke themselves? Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to leave kids alone with AI. Don't give them ChatGPT and they'll walk out of the room and go smoke a pack of cigarettes. Sit there with these little fuckers. Make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Supervise them. They're at school. Like, pay attention to these things. It's like you let kids use scissors. Kids could run and kill themselves with scissors, but you still let them use scissors because there's supervision. So I think that this could potentially have a place in the schools, but I don't think it's to replace teachers or anything like that. And I definitely don't think that kids should be unsupervised with this stuff. But I think it could have positive benefits because I've never been to the moon. So if you were telling me about the moon and I don't care about the moon, I'm not going to retain the shit. if I was able to visualize what we're talking about, even if I don't give that much of a shit about it, I can still picture in my head what we're talking about. And that does something. So I don't know. It's just my opinion on it. Either way, next up, we got more science. ISS is being decommissioned and will be coming back to Earth in 2030. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about all this tech they were talking about introducing into school. Snooks, I loved English and hated math. I still hate math. There's a lot of people that hate math. Zero, I love History Channel with history had been presented like that instead of boring books. Yeah. Yeah, I had a hard time dealing with history in school. I just didn't care about it. It just didn't matter to me. Until you get old enough to be a part of history, like, I don't know, it just doesn't matter to kids. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy Freedom. Guess history is my favorite, then math, fuck English. See, I did best at English, which is ironic because I'm so dyslexic and I can't spell shit. But I'm a talker. They'd be like, write me 6 pages about this. I'm like, no problem. No problem. English was so easy for me. Hair Juicer, math is awesome when you have a reason to use it. I don't know what that says. I don't know what that is. Something in physics, biology sucked. See, I can only use math if it serves purpose, like you're saying. I want to know how to count money. I want to know how to weigh things. I need to know it for cooking reasons, baking reasons. When they start throwing letters in the shit, then I'm like, why? And even when I was in school and we were doing algebra and stuff, I'm like, why do I need to know this? Teachers, like, I don't know. They're like, I've never had to know how to do it except for when I'm teaching you little bastards. I'm like, yeah, I'm not retaining this. Like, this is not useful at all. Like, not at all. And now I don't remember it. Guess, I don't know what that name is, but yep. Loved English, driver Subaru. Throw a kitty in my mouth. That's how it goes. Thank you so much, Cricket Kiss, for that $20 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Cricket Kiss. Thank you so much. And happy freedom to you. It says, Happy New Year, Jeff and Klaus. Happy New Year to you, Cricket Kiss. Thank you so much. What's up, Repub? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Otters? Happy freedom to you. Otters, me too with English, but my vocabulary could have been better. I love linguistics now. That's cool. Yeah, my vocabulary is not very good. As you could tell, my grammar's awful. But I could be talking and never run out of things to say. Jagula, happy freedom to you. Real good with math, but English not so. That's all right. Did you guys' minimum wage go up? I just saw a thing saying that Michigan went up to like 13 something. I remember when minimum wage was like $8. Oh, Snooks, yeah, I seen it. Here, Juicer, what is this? What is it? I don't know what that is. Guess I learned English from Schoolhouse Rock. Asked me about interjections. I remember the Schoolhouse Rock stuff. I don't remember what they were saying, but I remember it. Isn't that the something Bill song and all of that, where they talk about the 3 branches of government and all that shit? As you can tell, I didn't retain any of that. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Salty Grower? Happy freedom to you. Butterfly School was made to dull the brain, teach in the most boring way possible. Well, yeah, school is just to train you to do what you're told and to sit down and shut the hell up. And then when you get to be an adult, if you don't become an employer, well, you do what you're told and you shut the hell up. And that's the way it goes. And so, yeah, school's a lot of fun. At least they didn't teach us how to be gay back then. Like now, you know, you got to pledge allegiance to that rainbow flag. And it's like, I'm glad I didn't have to do that when I was in school. Lisa, my best friend as a kid was a rock. Well, that's okay. At least a rock won't betray you, you know? Lisa, I get my dog food and treats delivered to the front door, but I have 3 big dogs. I don't miss going shopping for 50-pound bags and 15-pound milk bones every other week. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do stuff like that for Klaus Daniels, but it sucks outside right now. It's like screwing up life, and my car doesn't work anymore, and I can't afford to fix it. And so, well, We'll see how it goes, but Klaus better appreciate these treats. I know that. What's up, Odd Faith? Happy freedom to you. Thank you so much for the bits over on Twitch. Really appreciate the support. Thank you so much, Odd. Let me see. What's up, Night Owl? Happy freedom. Sean T, happy freedom to you. Well, I told the teachers to sit down and shut the hell up. Yeah, I had problems at school too. Lots of problems. What's up, Visions? Happy freedom. Tar Kitty Glenn Beck is releasing George AI Monday. What is George AI? Is that like his AI model? Visions, you got married? Well, congratulations to you. Fantastic. I hope you guys had a great wedding, a great get-together. What's up, Energy Woman? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mares? Happy freedom to you and Happy New Year. What's up, Mana? Happy freedom. What's up, Mrs. Satan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Spirit Matter? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I appreciate you, Shanti. Thank you so much. Here, Juicer. Oh, I have a code reader for my car. I don't have money to fix it. That's my problem. I do have a code reader, though. Oh, but now I get the joke. Just sell it, dog. Yeah, that's where I am. I'm at the point where the repairs are exceeding the value of the vehicle. There's nothing to it but to do it. All I got is my Lamborghinis right now in a dream. So, you know, we'll figure it out. Guess I'm at 73 here. Freezing. Come on, man. Here, Juicer is 23 there. Yeah, that's about what it is here. Guess I'm cold as hard on batteries. Guess I'm always letting us know what's hard and what's not. Well, moving forward here, like I said, a race to replace the International Space Station. Now, I don't really know a whole lot about the space station. I didn't realize I was older than it to begin with. But apparently, these tech companies are going to try and take advantage of this situation. They want to build their version of the space station. It's coming up. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
The International Space Station has floated above our heads for 25 years, hosting astronauts from around the world and advancing scientific discovery. But it's getting old and it's set to be decommissioned, and that's happening in 2030, when it will be steered back down to Earth to crash into the Pacific Ocean. Sky News science and technology reporter Mickey Carroll has more on the race to replace it.
Drew Fustel has already been to space 3 times. Now he's part of a team attempting to change the way we operate up there.
25 years ago, when I began as an astronaut, I never imagined I'd be working through and right at the center of what's happening right now.
4.5 million pounds of hardware and humans taking aim on the International Space Station.
For a quarter of a century, the International Space Station has hurtled around above our heads, hosting astronauts from all over the Earth. But it's getting old, and by 2030 the space station will be brought crashing back down into the Pacific Ocean. The race to replace the ISS starts this year in earnest.
We call ourselves competimates. We were all colleagues and working at NASA together.
A number of companies are competing to replace the space station. One of them, Vast, will send up the world's first commercial space station this year, hoping to prove to NASA it has what it takes.
We've really tried to learn from our experiences on the ISS and make those and enhance those facilities and features and sort of integrate them from the start.
But even though they'll be first, the competitors aren't feeling the heat.
We're working to our own timeline. We don't feel the need to go demonstrate systems that we know work.
Marshall Smith spent 37 years at NASA before becoming the CEO of Starlab, another company competing to replace the ISS.
So I was around when we built Space Station. You know, I remember when we put the last piece up, I was in a conference room and somebody said, okay, what do we do with it now? It wasn't designed from the outset of, okay, we're going to do all this research.
These companies say that's the difference between the ISS and what comes next. All of these new space stations are being designed with science in mind and making money. Some will sell tickets to space for tourists, others will focus purely on commercial science. But there are concerns that if you ticket access to space like this, it could just turn into a rich person's playground.
Actually, I think the more commercial space stations we have, the more accessible it becomes. That was the way airplanes were when they first started. You know, only the rich could afford to go travel on an airplane and things like that. But now everybody can go anytime they want.
Just one Brit, Sir Tim Peake, has stepped foot on the ISS. Will this new glut of space stations take more of us up into the great unknown? Mickey Carroll, Sky News.
Okay. Well, that's the deal with the space station. Poor woman had eyeballs like a pug. That's okay. She's Australia's problem. Anyways, they're saying that the ISS is being decommissioned and will be coming back to Earth in 2030. So we got 4 years to worry about that. That'll be somebody else's problem. And now everyone is scrambling to build to the next space station. I wonder, actually, President Trump might still be in office when that's going on. I don't know. Then we're going to have the climate change people freaking out. That's okay. That's okay. They're unarmed. Anyways, they're all talking about that. I don't necessarily even know if the ISS is a real thing. It seems like everything revolving around NASA and space is fake and gay, but not everybody feels that way. Who through really likes space. He's really interested in that stuff. So I don't know. I'm open-minded to it, but I have no interest in going to space. So this is what it is. Either way, next up, we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Get Some, and it's titled, After Being at Walmart for 5 Minutes. It's coming up next, so first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this International Space Station coming back to Earth and all these companies trying to build tech that they want to send to space for scientific reasons or commercial reasons. Kind of like we saw a lot of people sending pop stars to space and stuff. Isn't it Katy Perry's an astronaut now or some shit? We're going to see more of that. Either way, hop in the chat. Guess I'll have to check it out after the live. Zero let Elon create the new space station. He'll do it better and cheaper. Yeah. He probably will, I imagine. He'll probably put something together since everybody else is. Here, Juicer, I'll build my own space station with blackjack and hookers. That's right, there's no law in space. Do what you want. Ghostly, I learned English from video games that had no voice acting in it. School never had the right motivations for me to give a single fuck of what they were saying. Yeah, Ghostly, that's how I was too. Like, I think Final Fantasy VII. I think it doesn't have any dubs. It's just captions on the screen. You either learn how to read that shit or you don't know what's going on. And that's how it was with all video games. You figure out how to read or you won't know how to play it because you go and ask somebody else, hey, can you read this for me? I don't know what it says. And they're like, no, you're playing a video game. I'm not helping you do shit. You either know how to do it or you don't. And you figure it out. That's how it goes. That's how I learned to read too. What's up, Obnoxious Scott? Happy Freedom. Obnoxious Scott, the ISS is done. Done its time. Well done. Yeah, I wonder what it's going to be like. Like, what's it going to look like when they bring it back to Earth? They're saying it's going to crash in the ocean and all of that. How are they going to do that? That's another thing I wonder. Is someone got to stay on board when this happens? Are they going to do it remote control? I wonder what it's going to look like. Butterfly, Elon would make a nice space station. Yeah, I think so too. Kevin, Elon needs to build a Gundam. I wouldn't be surprised if he did have a Gundam or some sort of tech suit like that. The mech suits. Plasquag, if anyone's interested, I got a slightly used space station to sell you. That's right. $2 million doll hairs. Ramsey, Elon's going to beat them to it. He's going to make a bigger and better station faster than everyone. That's kind of what I assume too. Happy freedom to you, Ramsey. Butterfly, get Jeff Mack a snowplow. He can go to the store and make extra money. That's not a bad idea. I should go get a snowplow. I've been walking outside for the last couple days, and like yesterday it was, I don't know, 18, but it felt like 6 outside. I was outside for like 3 hours. I'm just walking around because I'm stressed and I can't handle sitting here in the house. So I go walk. It's like the middle of the night and I'm just stomping through the snow, and nothing's plowed here because it's been Christmas break and all of that. So the whole city's shut down. Even in the street, it's like 10 inches of packed snow. Everything's covered in ice. I could totally go plow and make some doll hairs. I might have to do that. How much are snow plows? It's probably expensive. It's probably like $600 or something unaffordable. Jagular, why crash it? Keep adding to it. Yeah, I don't know. They're going to scrap it. They're going to give it to the tweakers. What's up, Jesus people? Happy freedom to you. Jesus people, what a bunch of lies. You ever see the rats walking on the SpaceX rockets in space? Yeah, Jesus people. See, that's why I question it too. There's a lot of stuff that suggests that the ISS may not be what we think it is. I don't know. I pay attention to it, but I don't worry about it. I ain't never going to space, so I don't worry about the shit. Ramsey, it's a bitter cold 75 here in East Texas. I'm jealous, Ramsey. I'm jealous. It's disrespectful outside. That's how cold it is. Otters, it's 16 here in Wisconsin. That's pretty cold. That is pretty cold. My feed 21 where you are in Ohio. Yeah. Kevin, you need an e-bike. I can't. You can't even see the street outside. I need a saddle for Klaus. That's what I need. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. Otter saying congrats to Visions. Repub. I remember when I was a little kid, my father got a raise making $20K a year. You'd think he hit the lottery with the way they were acting. Yeah. I don't know. It bums me out when I see those YouTube videos of people going up to old people and be like, how much you buy your house for? And they're like, oh, I think I spent $18,000 on my house. And it's like, what? Like, houses are crazy expensive right now. Butterfly, your meme reading has improved your reading proficiency. It's like using a muscle. I think you're right. Kevin, you know the economy's fucked when you can't buy penny candy anymore. That's how you know. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Jesus people, 17 states have minimum wage of $20. That's crazy. I don't know. All I know is whenever people start talking about raising minimum wage, then everybody later on starts talking about inflation. And I don't want any more inflation. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom. Repub, it's only 63 in Florida. I know that's cold for Florida. That's summertime for Michigan. Shroomish, but just hire the H-1B visa immigrants? Yeah. Well, yeah. If he builds the International Space Station, he might just do that. Otters, Klaus Navigator Extraordinaire, Plow Truck Operation Subaru Delta Team. Yeah, we're going to just, picture that on the side of the Outback there. It's crazy advertisement. Obnoxious Scott, quit with the flat earth bullshit. Yes, I didn't even bring that up. That's true. I forgot about the flat earth stuff. I've seen videos where people were saying when they were in school 60 years ago or whatever that they were taught the earth was flat. I'm like, I don't believe anybody anymore. Ghostly, get a telescope and look for yourself. It's close enough for you to see it. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know you could actually go look at it yourself. Guess I can plow in 10 inches too. Yes, guess I've heard. Here, juicer, $125. That ain't bad. How much can you charge somebody for plowing a driveway? Here, juicer, e-bikes are dope. Mine even has traction control. WMM wants to get an e-bike. He's been talking about it for like a year. I didn't know you guys were like that. You guys like that stuff. What's up, Xterra? Happy freedom. Oddface saying congrats to Visions. What's up, Tiffany? Happy freedom to you. It is flat. See, I knew we were going there. Tiffany saying 61 in Oklahoma. Well, the only place colder than here is Wisconsin at this point. Not all 23 degrees here with the wind chill at 7. See, we're going to have to stay indoors. It's too cold for hooligans outside. What's your name? We'll go with 7-2. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mike Ingles? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Viking? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for sharing this out. You're a badass. Marcy, I want to see behind the curtain. I don't. I talk about it all the time. I don't want to get eaten by a shark, so I don't swim in the ocean. I don't want to get abducted by aliens, so I don't go looking for them. I don't want to know what's behind the curtain, so I ain't looking for the shit. I'd rather not know. You ever seen They Live? He got to look behind the curtain, and he was never the same. It's like, nah, I don't want it. I want to know enough to be in control, not enough to be see life without a point. I don't want to be there. Anyways, let's get into this funny video. We got our midlife break coming up. This one's by Get Some. Come on, thing.
I've tried.
Let me see. There we go. Like I said, this is our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Get Some, and it's titled, After Being in Walmart for 5 Minutes.
I've tried to like people. I really have. But then they start talking and breathing and stuff, and I don't like that.
Basically. Getting back into the news, we got a video that's titled DOJ reviewing more than 5.2 million Epstein files. Every time they talk about the Epstein files, they add an extra million on there. I thought they were all on Pam Bondi's desk. What happened to that? They don't like talking about that anymore. Come on. This is our update with the Epstein stuff. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Justice Department is scrambling to review roughly 5.2 million documents related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, according to a source familiar with the operation. That's a number much higher than previously known. Two sources familiar with the plan tell NBC News the DOJ is trying to enlist about 400 employees for the effort, which is expected to run until January 20th. That's a month after the deadline set by a bipartisan law Congress passed to release all Epstein files. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche posting today required redactions to protect victims take time, but they will not stop these materials from being released. The DOJ has already publicly released tens of thousands of documents. President Trump, who's never been accused of wrongdoing related to Epstein, has long said he cut off contact with his one-time friend in the early 2000s.
He stole people that worked for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again, and I threw him out of the place, persona non grata.
Now, the Wall Street Journal, citing former Mar-a-Lago and Epstein employees, is reporting on an incident it says led Trump to ban Epstein from his Mar-a-Lago spa. According to the Journal, in 2003, an 18-year-old beautician returned to the club from a house call to Epstein and reported to managers that he had pressured her for sex. When a manager sent a fax to Trump relaying the allegations, the Journal writes, Trump told the manager it was a good letter and said to kick him out. Police and former employees told the Journal the incident was not reported to Palm Beach police. Tonight, the White House calling the reporting fallacies and innuendo, adding no matter how many times this story is told and retold, the truth remains. President Trump did nothing wrong, and he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago for being a creep.
All right, well, that's our follow-up on the Epstein stuff, that whether they release these 5.2 million files or not, nobody's going to jail for it, so it's kind of whatever. But either way, they're saying that they are now going through 5.2 million files. They were saying it was more than a million, I think, last time. And either way, all of this is after the deadline. So we also are going to have to see if Congress, I think it is going to do something to the DOJ because they missed the deadline, which they're probably not going to because nothing ever happens on Capitol Hill. But that's what they're saying. They also mentioned the possibility of hiring 400 people to get the task completed in the next couple weeks. I think they say January 20th is what they're aiming for or something like that. But again, it's not going to change anything. Nobody's going to jail. There's no accountability. There is no evidence that is incriminating to any third party. They've already stated that. So it's just like if you're interested in reading this crap, they're going to have it out in like 18 days. Either way, next up, Trump and top Iranian officials exchanged threats over protests in Iran. I guess in Iran, it is common for them to kill protesters. You were not allowed to protest there. Somebody needs to tell the Antifa and BLMers and stuff like that that's how it works in commie countries. Either way, it's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about all this Epstein stuff. Zero, release them. I don't care. It's only bad for the bad people. Yeah. Well, it's not even bad for them. I mean, it looks bad, but it's not criminally incriminating. So it just doesn't really do anything. Guess Epstein sideshow distraction. Yeah, that's what I think it is too. Big old distraction. Matt Rogers, 48 degrees, foggy, and pouring rain here. Well, it's not great, but it's better than snow. That's why I was telling myself it was raining 2 or 3 days ago, which is really unusual for Michigan in December and all of that. And I was like, well, it's better than snow. I was soaking wet. It's like just trying to tell myself it's better than snow. Yeah, here's user, absolutely. Totally care. Smacking their lips while eating will definitely get smacked by me. I don't know where that's coming from, but I agree. I can't stand people. I don't like listening to people eat food. Metamouth, I've seen Them and They Live. Both are great movies. I've never seen Them. I've never heard of that. I will have to look that up if I can find it. I can't remember who it was that recommended that I saw They Live, but now it's like one of my favorite movies. Patriot Dad is 26 where you are. We all got cold weather. Done. Jeff don't want to see how the sauce is made. No, I don't. I do not. Watchman's 55 in North Carolina. That's not too bad. It's not warm weather, but it's not snowing weather either. Otters, the moon today looked like it was going to crash into the earth. It was huge. Are we near a full moon situation or whatever? I don't know much about that. How often we have full moons or the winter solstice, or I don't really know that stuff. Kevin, Pokemon Go is fun on a bike. It doesn't pop up that warning like where it thinks you're driving a car. Metamouth, a high today was 30 here in Omaha. Yeah. It's cold like that here. Tony Rez, Michigan will only thaw when you oust your governor. Yeah, and I'm waiting to see how that's going to go too. I thought maybe Tudor Dixon was going to win last time, and she was talking about banning abortion across the board, no excuses. And Whitmer didn't even put out campaign ads. They just put out the clip of Tudor Dixon saying that, and then they'd cut it off and play dramatic music and be like, you don't want this in the state of Michigan. And that's all they played. They didn't even play any. They weren't like, Whitmer's going to fix the damn roads. No, they were like, they just played Tudor Dixon with her foot in her mouth, and Whitmer won again. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Shroomish King Tide Season 2. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. What's up, Turbo? Happy freedom to you. Repub. I think there's so many prominent people involved, it could tank the world economy to jail them all. Or there are a lot of innocent people that will be impacted at the shit show. Yeah, it could be. Kevin, you don't get the warning? Well, that's cool. Sometimes if I'm walking fast enough, the Pokemon Go app will throw a warning up saying, don't play and drive. Sly Dog, toot her dick, son. It's 2 doors dicks in. That's literally how I learned to remember her name. Somebody in the chat said it, and I never forgot it. Zero is 23 where you are? Yeah, it's cold stuff. Guess I wonder if that's why people up north talk funny. It's too cold, I suppose. But then again, when we get a centimeter of snow, they don't shut our state down. So, you know, there's that too. What's up, Meta? Happy Freedom. What's up, Starn? Happy Freedom to you. It's 11 where you are. You ain't got to one-up me, Starn. It's not a competition. It's cold stuff. You guys got to stay indoors where it's safe. There's commies out there. There's Jack Frost out there. They're all ugly. It's not good. Maris, you don't have to shovel in the rain. That's right. Black Sheep, 65 degrees where you are. It's not bad. January 3rd is the full moon. Oh, so tonight? Interesting. You guys writing terrible things in the chat. What's up, Pro Gun? Happy Freedom to you. It's 60 degrees here. Burr. It sounds like Florida. I went to Florida. It wasn't the last time I went to Florida. It was time before last. And I remember going down the street and everybody had hoodies on and it was 63 degrees. And I was wearing a tank top and shorts. And everybody in Florida was all zipped up and stuff. I was like, what the shit is going on? What's up, Big Klaus Daniels? Get up here. Do a thing. Figure it out. Or I'm marking you tardy. Do you know your treats are gone? You should see the way he's looking at me. Anyways, we're going to move forward here before I get assassinated. Next up, Trump and top Iranian officials exchanged threats over protests in Iran. President Trump's kind of killing me lately because he's hoeing Venezuela big time. Just blowing their boats up, blowing their dock up. We knocked out a giant facility, which I don't know what that means, but we did that too. We did a land strike. We took their tankers, and now Venezuela is offering us their oil. They're like, you will take our oil and our butt if you want it. In this situation in Iran, they got protesters, and President Trump hit them up and was like, hey, you start killing your own people and we'll show up locked and loaded. I'm like, we're just going to tell everybody what to do. That's funny. It's funny now. I'm waiting to see if we get in trouble. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Massive protests are breaking out across Iran, the largest in years. Several people were reportedly killed amid demonstrations over the country's economic crisis. President Trump is now warning Iran to not kill peaceful protesters. ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington with more.
Amid reports of the mass protests in Iran turning deadly, President Trump now warning if Iran shoots and violently kills peaceful protesters, which is their custom, the United States will come to the rescue, locked and loaded and ready to go. A top Iranian security official warns American interference would lead to the destruction of American interests. Video circulating online shows the countrywide protests now ongoing for nearly a week. In this video, demonstrators marching, taking up an entire street. What started as protests against Iran's economic crisis, caused in part by sanctions imposed by the U.S. and UN, has expanded into some protesters chanting, "Death to the dictator." Iran's president says their government is at fault for the economic crisis, telling Iranian officials not to blame the U.S. President Trump earlier this week asked if he would support overthrowing Iran's government.
I'm not going to talk about overthrow of a regime. They've got a lot of problems in Iran. They have tremendous inflation. Their economy is bust. Their economy is no good. And I know that people aren't so happy. But don't forget.
This week, President Trump has been more vocal against Iran, threatening to, quote, knock them down if they try to rearm. Over the summer, the U.S. attacked 3 nuclear facilities in Iran. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Okay. So we'll see if we have to go over there and straighten Iran out. That's okay. Trump telling Iran that if they kill their protesters, we will show up to defend them with lethal force. Iran responding, saying, I actually wrote Iran. It's one word. Responding, saying if we show up that it will destroy the American interests, which I don't know if that's a big deal. Because it kind of sounds like we'll just come take whatever we want, and that's just how shit's going to go. And like I said, that's great and all and funny right now, but I'm wondering if this is going to get us in trouble. Maybe not with Iran, but the more we do this and the more people we do it to, the more we're kind of creating enemies. And so, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Next up, Maduro says Venezuela is ready to discuss an agreement to combat drug trafficking. Maduro, I think, is not ready to have any more problems, and so he wants to try and have a nice little chat with President Trump. Apparently, he did talk to President Trump, I think they say last week, for about 10 minutes or something like that, but I don't know that President Trump's willing to talk it out. We'll see. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this situation with Iran. Man, I believe they're about to do something stupid here. They might. Didn't we just have a couple guys? Oh, maybe it's from Afghanistan. The one attacked like a border patrol center in Texas. The other one did the shooting in D.C. And it seemed like a sleeper cell that was poorly activated. I don't think that was Iran, though. I think they were from Afghanistan. Snugs, we need to stay out of Iran. That's their issue, not ours. Well, the one thing I was kind of thinking about is like, yeah, that's great. We don't want them to kill protesters because we have the right to protest here in America. So obviously we believe in protesting and we don't want to see protesters killed. But at the same time, if we care so much, why don't we do anything about North Korea? You know, we're going to keep going back to that until someone can make sense of that shit, because supposedly North Korea really sucks and there's all kinds of crimes against humanity, but nobody does anything about it. And so we're going to go to Iran and we're going to do something. We're going to defend protesters if they start getting smoked in the streets in Iran. But we don't give a shit about what goes on in North Korea, and people are like pushing their kids out of their house because they can't feed them and shit. It's like, I don't know. How is both happening at the same time? Butterfly, people have worthless money and they're starving. Justified protests, yeah. Isn't that they're going through hyperinflation or something right now, like they did in Zimbabwe? Bill Clay, Iran's about to get blown up again. Yeah. I don't know, they keep asking for it too. Metalmouth, Maduro doesn't want the heat that President Trump wants to bring. Yeah, that's what I think too. I think he doesn't want these problems like President Trump wants to send him over. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy Freedom. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. Says, Jeff, stay out of jail fund. Well, thank you, Patriot Dad. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Check something real quick. Oh, we're good. What's up, Big Booty? What's up, Pickles? Happy Freedom. Shroomish, North Korea isn't a threat to Israel. Our government, yeah, is defending Israel and them. Yeah, that's what I keep seeing and hearing. Otters, Iran is one word, but it's a good meme to split I and Ran, considering they're about to get divided. You're not wrong. I don't know why I wrote it like that on the schedule. Ramsey, Trump better keep us the hell out of that. No foreign entanglements. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really feel one way or another about it because, like I said, if we care so much about that happening in Iran, why don't we care about it happening in Korea? You know, because President Trump makes it seem like it's a humanitarian issue or something like that. Thank you so much, Stern, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. You're badass. Thank you, Stern. I really appreciate you. What's up, Alex? Happy Freedom. Donkeys, Iran, so far away. Mm-hmm. Black Sheep, your wiener dog loves cats. That's what Klaus needs. Klaus needs like a friend to play with. He needs like a dog that won't get very big to hang out with, because he's a little bit too big to have cat friends. He just is. The problem is I can't have any of that while I live here. So I don't know. We'll figure it out one day. Night Owl, I'm glad the Iranian people have finally had enough with their corrupt leaders. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they handle this protesting situation that they're in. Ghostly, because North Korea keeps to themselves and the whole Middle East doesn't. They send out terrorists to stab people in London and shoot people here. That's true, Ghostly. They do that. What's up, Tao? Happy Freedom. Alright, hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, Maduro says Venezuela is ready to discuss an agreement to combat drug trafficking. He's also willing to give up oil, and he's saying that they're willing to give it up to our demands. We can have it how we like it, when we like it. President Trump's going to like that. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick about our friend Larry. Larry could really use your help. Larry's been in and out of a hospital recently. He's in need of a kidney transplant. I put together a page for him over on the website. It's got his story, his details, links, and he even made a GoFundMe. If there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. Alright, hooligans, let's get into this next one. Now, originally I had the actual video that they're going to be showing clips from, but it was all in a foreign language, and I was going to have to sit here and read these captions. Now, in this video, they kind of read the captions for you, but all the notes I have are from the other video. So I think the notes I have are actually more detailed than what you're going to hear in this video. But either way, learning about Maduro and how he wants to have a peace talk with President Trump because he's tired of his boats getting blown up. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommentTube, and let's get into this.
The U.S. government knows, because we've told many of their spokespeople, that if they want to seriously discuss an agreement to combat drug trafficking, we're ready.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro says his regime is open to negotiations with President Donald Trump, including talks on drug trafficking and oil investment. The comments came after recent U.S. military strikes on suspended drug trafficking vessels in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific under Operation Southern Spear. Maduro made the remarks during a New Year's Eve interview on Venezuelan state TV, recorded during a car ride. Maduro criticized U.S. policy toward Venezuela, calling the Monroe Doctrine outdated, and attacked opposition leader Maria Machado, claiming she lacks support inside the country. He said Venezuela is ready for serious talks with Washington, offering cooperation on combating drug trafficking and welcoming U.S. oil investment.
If they want oil, Venezuela is ready for U.S. investment, like with Chevron, whenever they want it, wherever they want it, and however they want it.
The interview followed U.S. strikes on December 30 and 31st that reportedly killed 8 suspected narco-traffickers. Maduro said he would address the strikes later.
Okay. So Maduro, like I said, he wants to have himself a nice little talk with President Trump. Now, they have talked recently, but he wants to negotiate. Now, like I said, these notes are from the actual video he recorded and posted on Venezuelan TV, but they're saying that Maduro wants to talk, or he was talking about having a positive 10-minute conversation with President Trump. He says that he gave a message to the American people saying that they're a friendly government, they're a brother nation to us, and a bunch of other propaganda. Says that Trump, or a message to Trump saying that he's ready to talk about the drug boats and that he's offering oil and will agree to U.S. terms. And like in that video, the way they stated it is that he's willing to give us oil as much as we want, however we want, wherever we want, whenever we want, because I think he just doesn't want these problems with President Trump. President Trump is not messing around. And even though, you know, Congress is being all soft and they're like, no, you're just smoking cocaine, you're not out here smoking these boats with fentanyl in it, so you're not killing drug boats. Well, that's not stopping President Trump at all. President Trump's still blowing these boats up, so Maduro wants to talk. Next up, we get the last little bit of the news before we get into the fun stuff. It's titled, Dennis and Wife Murdered in Ohio Home While Crying Children Were in the House. It's not good. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this situation with Maduro. Obnoxious guy, you think North Korea will EMP us? They might. What's up, Bill Tong? Happy freedom to you. Tao, Maduro is the cartel head. Yeah, that's what President Trump's been saying, and it seems that way. Otters, I'm not going to read that out loud, but yeah, that's definitely what it says. Bill Tong, you just got done moving. Well, congratulations to you moving. I know that's no easy task. Bet it feels good now that it's over with. I just had to do some moving myself. It is not fun. And it's expensive. And it's tasking on your body. And I'm sure you know. Pickles, get a pug. They're cat dogs. Just got to be okay with snoring. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not exactly against that. I just can't have another animal while I'm here. Klaus is considered a service animal. Met him out the Klausosaurus Rex. He is. Big Klausarion. And the father of a dragon. Patriot Dad, Kami's gonna commie. You're not wrong. Butterfly Maduro is drug cartel head and massive commie. Yeah. He's gonna find out. Snooks, did you move to Florida and not tell me? Why are you saying that to me, Snooks? I did not. I don't think I could live in Florida. I think it would make me melt. Turbo's playing the game. I got Turbo friended on my Steam and the thing just popped up. Ooh, he's playing the game. What's up, Parabellum? Happy freedom to you. Alex King, you're a mover. You're probably buff stuff. It's a pain in the ass to move. What's up, Cecil? Happy freedom to you. Donkeys, I got a 90-pound dog and she did amazing raising a kitten. That's awesome. And Klaus needs a friend. Oh, Snooks, no. Not moving like that. I had a bunch of stuff I had to move. Tony Rez, you know Klaus can hear you, right? Yeah. I know. What are you doing? You sleeping? He's got his arm across his face. Can't even look at me. Anyways, moving forward here, we got this terrible video. It's titled, Dentist and Wife Murdered in Ohio Home While Crying Children Were Inside. This is the third video we've covered where a wellness check turned into 2 dead bodies inside of a house. No suspects. This is the third one in like a week or something like it's like 5 days or something. I don't know. I guess it happens a lot more than I thought. Hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the Commie Tube, and let's get into this.
I do want to take you to another story that we are following at this hour here, and this is getting nationwide attention as there are a lot of questions here. Police in Columbus, Ohio, investigating the murders of a dentist and his wife who were found shot to death inside of their home earlier this week with their crying children still inside. Investigators say Dr. Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique, both in their late 30s, were found dead Tuesday morning inside of their home there in Wineland Park. With no suspect or motive, police say this does appear to be a double homicide, not a murder-suicide, as no weapon was found inside the home. However, There were also no signs of any forced entry. You can see the photo of the couple right there on your screen. It's followed by some of the video of the scene itself, which is very active and has been here for days as police work that investigation. Now, officers have responded to the couple's home for a welfare check requested after the doctor failed to show up for work at Athens Dental Depot, where he was a dentist. Local stations there in Columbus say the owner of the dental office had called 911 and explained that he was always on time and would have contacted them, but had not been in touch. Now, the owner explained, quote, "This is very out of character for him." A friend of the couple reportedly drove by the home and called police because they could hear children crying inside the home, but no one was answering the door when they kept on knocking. Police say a caller noted actually seeing Spencer's body inside. Public documents revealing Spencer was shot several times while his wife suffered at least one gunshot wound to the chest. Police then confirming there were 2 children inside of the home. Now, again, no suspect has been identified at this point, no weapon found, and this is considered to be very active, so Columbus police are urging anyone with any information to give them a call. We'll keep you updated here on Live Now from Fox.
Yep, awful story. I don't know. And they have no suspect. They're saying that the police found the dentist and his wife dead inside their home with their kids crying inside the house. Police were called to the house by the dentist office as he didn't show up for work. Police think that this is a double homicide. They say it doesn't look like there was forced entry inside the residence. They also mentioned that a friend had called the police because they heard children crying inside, but no one was answering the door. They say the wife was shot once in the chest and that he had been shot multiple times. No weapons were found inside the house. I don't know. To me, it kind of sounds like somebody didn't like him, or maybe she was messing with somebody and they thought that she was going to leave her dentist husband for them or something and then didn't. That's what it sounds. It sounds weird to me because there's no forced entry in the house. So either they were targeted and somebody went into the door when they were going through the door, or maybe they went through a door that was unlocked or something, or they were invited into the house because they knew, the dentist and his wife. Something like that kind of sounds possible. And then he was shot multiple times, but she wasn't. Even if she was the one cheating, a lot of times the dude's the one that catches it, right? That you catch your girl cheating, what happens? Most of the time you go whoop that other dude's ass. You should be whooping her ass. But anyways, that's what it kind of sounds like to me. It almost sounds like an act of passion. It's extra shitty that they did it with kids home, though. That's awful. That is awful. And then, like I said, as of when I put this on the schedule, there was no suspect. They don't know who did this. Pretty crazy. Either way, next up, we got the fun stuff. We're going to be doing an unboxing. We're going to open today's drawer of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. I'm going to show you guys the Legos I put together right before the live. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Sly Dog. It's titled Mr. Ignat, and our official funny video of the day was provided by Colty, and it's titled Gotta Watch Those Guys. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this awful story about the dentist and his wife. Ghostly, number of shots sound like a murder. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely sounds like murder. Snook sounds like a murder-suicide? No. They already said that it's being ruled as a double homicide. That it does not look like a murder-suicide. They specified that in the video. That it doesn't look like she shot him 5 times and then turned around and shot herself in the chest. It looks like they were both shot, and they said there was no weapon. Both people shot and killed from bullet wounds, no weapon inside the house. It wasn't a suicide. A self-deletion process. 10-man crazy liberals. I mean, it could be. Ghostly dentists have a crazy high self-deletion rate. Really? I have not heard that before. I've heard that doctors and journalists have very high self-deletion rates. I've never heard about a dentist, though. I wonder why. Something about looking in people's filthy mouth. I guess. What's up, Electric Hammer? Happy Freedom. Butterfly, Tommy Lee Jones' daughter was found dead. 24 in California. Dang, that's rough. 24 years old. Oh, in a California hotel? Was she murdered or did she delete herself? Somebody was just saying in the chat. maybe it was Otters, was saying that people a lot of times go to hotels to delete themselves. Pro Gun getting even for that painful root canal? Maybe. I don't know. That's rough stuff. They want their $300 hairs back. Tony Rez, may I ask why they kept mentioning the dentist aspect? I'm not sure. I don't know why they didn't call him by his name. He's just the dentist around town. Ramsey, most crimes go unsolved. Not surprising. Very sad, but not surprising. Yeah, I actually talk about that kind of often. That there's this like smoke in the air, this like smoke screen that you just assume that all crime is like, you know, the justice is happening. That if murder happens, the bad guy's getting caught. But I don't think so. I think it's actually the opposite. I think more crime goes unsolved than actually gets solved in a lot of different ways, especially when it's like high crime and stuff like that. Or like, you ever try to call the police on somebody? Sometimes the police just don't want to pursue it. It doesn't matter if you were mistreated. And that's really annoying too. Like when that one guy was chasing me saying he was going to kill me and I had to cross 2 county lines to get away from this guy. The police didn't do anything about it. They just let it go. But if I'd have stood my ground, which is my right and my ability in this state, they'd have been all kinds of mad. And it's like, well, technically I could have. But I chose not to. I was fleeing like I was supposed to. I was obligated. They didn't care about that shit. And I'm like, you know what? Like, that's fucked up. I'm like, what happens the next time I run into this guy? And they were like, you won't. And the next day I did. And I had to call again. And they were like, oh, well, you know, you guys just stay away from each other. What can I do about somebody that don't like me? There ain't nothing I can do about that. Like, just waste of time. Guess some gotta run. I'm not gonna read the rest of that out loud. Be safe out there, guess some. Ghostly number of shots sounds like murder. Yeah. I wonder if they'll catch the bad guy. Program maybe it was Antifa. It might have been. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if the dentist was liberal though. They didn't find any guns in the house. What's up, Flames? Happy freedom. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom to you. And Happy New Year. It's -8 where you are? And it was -18? Holy. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, Mary Todd. I appreciate you. Odd Faith, a business partner. Could have been. What's up, Andrew? Happy freedom. Night Owl. Surprised to hear that dentists delete themselves more than any other medical profession. I wonder why that is. Nick, stranger dentist. Wait a minute, what is this? Dentists usually delete themselves. I'm guessing some kind of an affair. That's what I kind of think too, by the fact that he was shot multiple times and she wasn't. All right, hooligans, let's get into the fun stuff. Like I said, we got an unboxing. I'm going to show you guys what I made out of Legos, and then we're going to open today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. But before we get into this, I want to remind you guys, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the video description. We have PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee. You can send something to the P.O. Box, or you can even send crypto. Let's see who sent me what. What do you think, Klaus? What do you think? Is it good? Is it good to go? I have no idea what it is. Here, hold this. There you go. There you go. You're a pretty kitty. What a good boy. Look at him. He's incognito. You can't even spot him. Cobra Klaus right there. What do we got? Oh my goodness. Who sent me this? Merry Christmas from Watchmen. Look at this, you hooligans. Here, Klaus. There's a box for you. Look at that. Elder Scrolls official cookbook. Oh my goodness, that looks fantastic. I love this. Thank you so much, Watchman. I cannot wait to check this out. Let me see. We're going to crack this open and show you guys a recipe. Look at this one. Right on the first page. First turn here. Look at that. Don't that look scrumptious? What is it? A Celtris porridge. I think that's how you say it. Hooked on phonics work for me. Anyways, thank you so much, Watchman. I really appreciate it. I'm going to look through this right after the live. Klaus Daniels, that's for you, bud. That's for you. Enjoy your paper nest there. Klaus is a chicken, and he's in a nest. Anyways, this is what I made in the last 24 hours. This is what we opened yesterday. It's a little Christmas tree, and they sent me the wrong piece, which is funny. That's probably the funniest part about the whole advent calendar with these Legos. That white piece right there is not supposed to be white. It's actually supposed to be red. That little thing up there. But that's okay. At least it's the right piece. It's just the wrong color. And that's what she said. Anyways, let's see what we get today from the advent calendar sent by Tori Wayne. Now, I think today is day 7. It is. What's in the box? Day 7. What do you think? Fix your face. Is it a good one? Yes. Yes, it is. Here, you can have this one. Yeah, you're a good boy. Oh, well, doing too much. There you go. I won't lose any pieces because then I can't blame Lego anymore. There we go. In the next 24 hours, we're going to be building a thing of sorts. What is it going to be? I am not 100%. I think it's going to be this reindeer shrine. That's what it kind of looks like. It sort of looks like Bohemian Grove kind of stuff. But anyways, Bambi Al-Qaeda altar. Not fixing this. Either way, we got this going on the next 24 hours. I think this is what we're going to have built. I will show you guys tomorrow for Free Speech Saturdays. Coffee with Hooligans. Let's get the instructions in here so I don't lose it. Thank you so much, Tori Wayne. Really appreciate you. Let's get into these funny videos. Look at Klaus over there. He's a happy guy. Now, this first one was provided by Slide Dog, and it's titled Mr. Ignat.
Well, we've had your test results back, and you'll be pleased to hear that it's benign.
Oh, thank goodness. That is such a relief.
Yeah, it's good news, isn't it, Mr. Ignat?
I'm not Mr. Ignat. I'm Mr. Ein. Mr. Ben Ein.
Well, who's this Mal Ignat? Well...
So I don't trust those doctors. Get into our official funny video of the day. Let's get this one pulled up. This one was provided by Colty. And before we get into this, I want to give a huge shout out to Ramsey. Thank you so much for that $2 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Ramsey. Thank you so much. It says, hit those like and repost buttons. If you don't, it's probably because you're at the bottom of the furry pile. Nasty, twisted little fudge munching groomers. That's right. Thank you so much, Ramsey. Really appreciate you. This is our official funny video of the day. This was provided by Colty and it's titled, Gotta Watch Those Guys.
Watch out for the ones on your job sites wearing face masks. Boss makes them wear that so they don't gargle wieners all day like they want to. Watch out.
Not the wiener. Well, Hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm gonna grab this link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. We're gonna read through. We get the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and we're raiding out over on Rumble. Why you looking at me like that? You think I can't see it? I can. I see everything. I got eyes in the back of my head. Alright, Hooligans, there is the link list link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, we'd really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because you got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You will also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system over in the group chat, with the built-in group chats. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Also, today is Friday, so we are going to be doing the voice chat later on. I have to walk to Dollar General to try and get some treats for Klaus, because otherwise he'll just wither away. Look at him, he's starving. This poor cat over here hasn't had treats in an hour and 55 minutes or something like that. Anyways, but after I make it back to the house, we're going to be hopping in the voice chat. There'll probably already be hooligans there. But if you haven't used that coupon at the top of the link list, go ahead and do the thing. It is completely free. It's for a free week over on the website with hooligan status. So you'll be able to do everything that's offered over on the website. Plus, you'll be able to join us in the voice chat today, and you'll be able to join us in the voice chat next Friday if you sign up right now. Like I said, it's free if you haven't claimed it already. So go use that free coupon for a free week over on jeffmaclive.com. It's at the very top of the link list. We're going to read through really quick, and then we're doing the Pledge of Allegiance, and we're raiding out over on Rumble. Cosley do stop dead in his tracks. Yeah, he knew what was happening. He's getting smoked. Guess I'm negative 8 degrees. Bigfoot never complained about the cold. You guys need to grow a pair. Yeah, I know. I know. Be like Bigfoot, bitch less. I know. Russell, happy freedom to you. Gonna be in the voice chat. Very nice. What's up, Magic Moon? Happy freedom to you. Too old to carry, Klaus says. We're so poor, I got a paper blanket for Christmas. Exactly. Poor Klaus Daniels. He's got a hard life. Dud, my wife says she wants that porridge recipe. She kept hollering at me until I said it. Dutton, you're in Discord, right? I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to you on Discord. But then you guys got to post a picture after you make it. That's the deal. Metamile Claus giving you that I will delete you in your sleep look. Yep, I know. Throwing daggers at me with his eyes. Tony Rez, Jeff's lucky that book's got pictures. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's like, what else is in it? Well, you know, in the picture it looks like they added a little of this. Yep, that's how I get it done. Otter's got a bearskin hoodie for Christmas. Not disappointed. Only thing I had to wear to the store today, and it's real. That's awesome, Otters. Biltong, did we ever send you Biltong? Apologies, it's been a whirlwind in the last year. I cannot remember. Nope, I have not received Biltong from you guys. But I would like to. That sounds fantastic. Done, you got a deal. All right, I will send you a picture of the recipe. Meta, I'm putting everything together today, but I won't be able to get it into the mail until Monday. It's been just a frozen hell here in Michigan. And it's been New Year's, and it's been Christmas, and just everything's been closed, but I will on Monday. I'm going to get it put together today, but I'll get it in the mail on Monday. What's up, dude? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here, Night Owl. Steps on Lego and socks or bare feet, and you will scream. Yeah, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. These Legos are kept. They're put up, so I don't do that. Because then I got to yell at the cat like it's his fault. Black Sheep, I'm so mean I make Legos scream. Goodness. Is that a pickup line? Alright, hooligans, it's that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Every single time I go to do a pledge, I get a cat hair in my throat. It's me being challenged. Not just mentally, but, you know, officially. Either way, let's see who's live. What kind of featured live is this? That's all right. Anyways, let's figure out who's live so we can do the raid. So we got to do the thing. Who we raided this week? Who we raided yesterday? Oh, Nelly Bean. That's right. Italian's live. We could raid Italian. Did we raid Frag? We haven't raided Frag this week either. I don't know. I think we should raid Italian because he just raided us not that long ago. What's he playing? Probably Ark Raiders because everybody's playing Ark Raiders. They're Raiders of the Ark or something like that. Narc Raiders. That's different. That's a different thing. Too old to care. Oh, well, God bless you. Too old to care. I appreciate you being with us. All right, hooligans, let's do the thing. We're going to be raiding Italian. Hit that like button as soon as you land, and let's get raiding.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. No. Yes.
I'm pretending I'm not going into the room. Hey, Jeff, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Happy freedom, Jeffethy. Happy freedom. Hey guys, welcome in, welcome in. There's a guy speaking Chinese. I was like, going good, good. I got on a bit later, but it's doing good. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Happy freedom. Happy 2026 to everyone. What are the news? Any good news? Going into this 2026? A4, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Hey, Dope. Jeff, we have to play some Ark Raiders together. Iran has fallen? Interesting. I mean, that's probably, you know. We all saw that coming. Still working on finding good news? Yeah. Tell me about it. I'm actually subscribed to a thing which is called like Good News, and every morning they send me like the best news. Yeah, do you have this game? Wait, Adia's not here. Do you have Ark Raiders? We should play it together. But happy freedom, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you again, Jeffethy, for the raid. Really? We gotta play. Let me know when you do your next game stream and we're gonna play together. The link for Good News? I will. I think it's on... I have an email. I will share the email with you 100%. So now I'm just pretending I am not going into this room because I have the key for it. These guys are fighting. Nice. I will send you the link on X. Yeah, but that is the thing that I wanted because just so many bad news every day. I want to start my day with good stuff. You know what I mean? It's so easy to find like bad news. It's so easy. But it's not that easy to find like good news. Hey Jeff, appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you again.
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Good stuff. Italian's pretty cool. I told him to send me the link for the good news stuff, and maybe we'll see what they got going on. Maybe we'll add a thing of good news every day to the schedule. We'll see how it goes. Either way, we're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. It is Free Speech Saturday tomorrow, so we will not be live on Twitch or on YouTube because we don't have time for soft community guidelines. We will be live on Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, as well as X. So use the link list in the video description in order to make your way to a better platform for tomorrow's Free Speech Saturday. Now, like I said, later on today, we're going to be heading into the voice chat over on jeffmaclive.com. Go ahead and get yourself a membership. It's $10 for the month. But if you haven't claimed that free week coupon at the top of the link list, go ahead and do that. You do not need a credit card. It's not going to ask you for money. It is not a subscription or anything like that. You're going to make a free account. You'll get hooligan access for the next 7 days. You can join us in the voice chat today. You can hang out on the website, have access to everything. You can watch it live from Monday to the next Friday, and then join us in next Friday's voice chat. So definitely go utilize that coupon at the top of the link list link if you haven't already. Like I said, we're going to read through them. We're wrapping her up. Thanks for being here, Zero. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, 10 Man. Russell, head into the voice chat. Sounds good. Thank you, Magic Moon. Appreciate you being with us. What's up, Toast? Happy freedom to you. Oh, much love to you, Toast. Oh, God bless you, Cass. Thank you. Thanks for being with us, Otters. Thank you, Rappy. Enjoy the rest of your night. Oh, look at this person crying on Kick. That's sad. Sad story. Thanks for being with us, Meta. Thank you, Mary Todd. Done. Gonna slay some zombies in 7 days to die and relax. Be safe, stay warm, and have a great night. You too, Dudden, and I'll make sure to get you a picture of that recipe. All right, Hooligans, it looks like we're good to go. Like I said, we'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. It is Free Speech Saturday. No YouTube, no Twitch. Come join us in the voice chat. I'm going to be in there hour and a half, something like that, but there's going to be Hooligans there already. I don't know if we're going to eat hot stuff or not. We might. I do have all this spicy jerky here. We'll see, because I also got hot peppers too. I don't know. I don't want to die tonight, but we'll see how hot we might try. You know, I got Wesco hot sauce. We might try that because I haven't tried it yet. It's probably not hot enough, but we'll see. Either way, I think that's everything. Klaus Daniels, no, look, he already dipped out. He's ready for the fancy feast, this guy. Anyways, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. Go enjoy the rest of your night. Find yourself some good food, have fun, and be safe. And I'll try and do the same. Make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you Hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.